Good evening, everyone. Thank you for coming out tonight to show your pride. Happy Pride Month! Yay! In the city of Harvey, in the Chicago Southland, let it be known far and wide that I am proud of you just as you are.
Yeah.
My name is Ryan Sinwelski. I am proud to be a gay man, a resident of Harvey, and the director of the Harvey Historical Society. I'm proud that my family has been in the Harvey area for more than 100 years. My great uncle, yay, let's hear it for longtime Harvey residents. My great uncle and his parents started a flower stand in the 1940s that later grew into Wasso's grocery store. The plaza still bears his name. I am proud, because that's our theme, I'm proud to say that he and his sons employed many in Harvey. They gave back to the community, and they even allowed families to buy food on credit when they couldn't afford to otherwise. My Polish grandfather and his 9 children attended church and school at Ascension-St. Susanna on Myrtle. We have some Myrtle Avenue residents here tonight. Woo! Just a few blocks west of here. I'm proud to say that Ascension was one of the first major Catholic parishes in the Southland to integrate races. Sadly, everybody go boo. Boo. Mayor Clark and Alderman Drewinski, Smith, Randall L., and Rogers don't share the same pride for our community. Instead, they and many other politicians in Harvey and in the Southland choose to bully, harass, lie, and intimidate. Wow, isn't that horrible? Give another boo. Boo! By the way, the mayor won't even let us boo in there. Isn't that horrible? Why would they do this? Well, it's simple. They want our money, they want our land, and they want power. Mayor Clark and his 4 alder yes men, as I love to call them, they want to demolish the Ascension Church for money. They demolished 3 historic buildings right across the street here on Broadway instead of working with local investors who wanted to fix them up. They voted to displace 15 families next to Ascension so Clark could build a park that we didn't ask for and we don't want. Just in the past 2 weeks alone, you've heard about 2 shootings, a serious mauling, and more unexplained fires. When we asked them to show us how they're spending our money, what happens? They arrest us, they ticket us, they send our own police to harass us. You might have seen my alderwoman on TV again last week. You know what happened to her? What happened to her for the 4th time? She was arrested. And she didn't do anything wrong, right? She was just trying to do her job, just advocating for the residents. I was arrested last year for recording a public meeting. Now, however, on April 28th, they took it to a new level. During a city council meeting, Mayor Clark committed an even worse crime. He publicly and falsely alleged that I abused a child when I was a teacher at the high school. Not only is this not true, but Mayor Clark deliberately shared this lie to distract from his own life. Speaking of distraction, they even called an opposing press conference tonight. Talk about a distraction. So he's okay doing this to distract from his own life, and he wants to put my life, my safety, and my career at risk trying to silence me? Wow. Mayor Clark, when you falsely accuse me of abusing my students, how do you think other LGBT folks in Harvey feel? How do you think that affects other LGBT people in the Southland? Does that make people feel welcome? Are they going to want to live here? Are they going to want to spend? Here's my fantastic second ward alderwoman, Colby Chapman. Everybody get Colby in. So she is not in jail. She is free, and she's here to represent the second ward tonight. So I mean, when Clark says this stuff, do you think that people they're going to want to spend money here? Our LGBT, our Latino, our Indian, our other all sorts of youth, they're not going to want to move back to Harvey or to a Southland that hates them for being different. Our towns will eventually die. Being gay or different does not mean that you molest children. Let me say that again. Just because you're gay or you're a little different, maybe you got some piercings, maybe you got some colored hair, you got some tattoos. Ooh, okay. For some people, that's a big deal. But that doesn't mean that you molest children. You hear that? It doesn't mean you make others gay or make them different against their will. That lie, Mayor Clark, invites people to hurt, and even kill LGBT folks and others who might not fit in. So let me make that clear. No one else in the city of Harvey has the mayor come out publicly and accuse them of a sexual crime against children. Let me say that again. No one else. He's arrested us, he's ticketed us, he's done all sorts of things. But I'm the only one, and I happen to be openly gay, that he has publicly accused of a sexual crime against children. Why, I ask you. Suicide and homelessness rates are much higher for LGBT people of color than for the rest of the population. You know that? So why do we have a mayor falsely accusing a gay man of sexual crime? Actually, I have another question for you. Why do we have Alderman Tyrone Rogers, who has been charged repeatedly with violent sexual crimes? Let me say it again. Violent sexual crimes. And this is not rumor. Google it. He has been charged, okay? Not allegedly. He has been charged. Go Google it. So why is he laughing at the mayor's remarks about me? Why is the Alderwoman Delaney Smith, yes, I'm naming names, because this is what happens when you come after me. Alderwoman Delaney Smith, you work for Illinois Children and Family Services. I'll say it again. Alderwoman Delaney Smith, you work for Illinois Children and Family Services. Why are you spreading false allegations of sexual crimes against children? I think somebody should look into that, don't you think?
Isn't she a mandated reporter?
Wow, that's right. She's a mandated reporter of child abuse. So, wow, if she's throwing around false allegations of sexual crimes against children, this is not good. This Pride Month, we're calling on the state, county, and feds to investigate these horrible bully policies. Today, we come together as the LGBT community, as Harvey, as the Chicago Southland, as fellow humans, right? I don't care what you look like, your race, your age, your ethnicity, what language you speak. We're all human. We're all worthy of dignity and love and respect. We stand together against hate and the bullies who continually try to silence us and want us to live in fear. What do we say to that? We say, no. So tell those bullies no, everybody, right? We say, no. We say, no. We say, no. We will not be bullied. Look at Alderwoman Chapman. She's here. She has her head held high. Arrested 4 times for doing nothing wrong. We don't care. You can come for us all you want, and we're going to be together just like this. That's the message we want to get out today. We refuse to live in fear. Are you going to live in fear? No! We're taking back our communities. We stand together to protect each other. Remember, your silence will not protect you. Sometimes you think, I'll stand on the radar, nobody bother me, but that's not working. I know some of you, you're afraid. Especially Harvey residents, but Southland residents, you're afraid. You're afraid to come to meetings. But come to me. Post on social media. Vote. Run for office and meet others who will join hands with you. Will you all join hands with them if they come out?
Yes.
Tell them again. Will you join hands with them if they come out to meetings?
Yes.
All right. So we're here for you guys. Let's speak up for those who get ignored, trampled on, abused, and neglected by the bullies of this world. This Pride Month, make your voice heard to make Harvey in the Southland a welcoming place for everyone.
Everyone!
So thank you all again for being here. Let's start with Alderman Chapman, is our city elected official. Do you want to share? Please feel free to give us an update. Whatever you'd like to do.
I first like to say Happy Pride Month. I stand here. I just like to say Happy Pride Month. I stand here committed to differences. You know, the differences that are united underneath one body, all with the same purpose. To just simply refine heart, bring it back to its roots of connection, unity, camaraderie, and change. And so I stand here, and I'm thankful to stand with these residents, and thankful to stand with Ryan as he boldly steps out on this advocacy and standing for what's right, because this community is for all people. So whatever's good for America must be great for the city of Harvey. I said whatever's good for America must be also just as great for the city of Harvey.
Thank you. That is my Alderwoman. She has really been treated horribly, and no one deserves that. Anybody else? Want to share?
Hello, everybody. My name is Mazurk Irvin, former trustee of the Harvey Public Library. I'd like to address something that is really troubling about the city of Harvey and our mayor, the way that he's running things. Truth and justice have been thrown out the window. Robert's rule of order on how you maintain a meeting has been kicked to the curb. And the sad part about all this is he's an attorney, and then we have a law firm that's working for us who stand by idly and let him do these things to us just so they can continue to get money from us. And then in the back rooms, they're sitting back and laughing, talking about how stupid we are to have a mayor like him to allow something like this happen. Kobe Chapman has been trying to do her job since day one that she was elected an alderman of the 2nd Ward. She has not disrupted a meeting. She has followed Robert's Rules of Order. All she's asked is for a voice in order to get questions answered, in which they refuse to answer. And that lets you know that they're doing something wrong. When you see somebody doesn't want to answer a question, they're doing wrong themselves. All these arrests, this is crazy. The whole thing is crazy. Why would they be doing something like, and again, I'll refer back to the law firm that represent us. They go along with this crap. This is just totally stupid. And we, the taxpayers, in the end, after all this stuff goes down, end up paying for all this. It's our tax dollars that are going to the law firms that they're using to fight all these cases and all these things that they're doing. And this is not the way to run the city. To Clark, this is about winning at any cost. You got the wrong ideal. It's supposed to be about truth and justice and what is right. Not just winning, because when you say you want to win, that means that there's no guidelines, that it's just whatever you want to win. It don't have nothing to do with truth. It don't have anything to do with what's right. It don't have anything to do with what the people really need. And he's not addressing any of that. So I hope with us banding together and speaking out and saying what really happened and what's really going on in this city, that things will change and they'll get better. Thank you.
You guys can move so people can park. They just want to park. So they just want to park. They just want to park. The meeting's about to start and we just want people to be able to park.